Overthinking. Why do we overthink everything? Overthinking, sometimes called rumination. It is the process of repetitive negative thinking. It is not a mental health condition, but it can add to your chances of developing depression or anxiety. Thinking is a fact of life, but if your thoughts become stuck in a loop of worry and negativity, you may be overthinking. Telling yourself that you're not prepared enough for an upcoming test or imagining all the things that could go wrong during your family reunion can feel necessary to overcome difficult or stressful circumstances. However, overthinking can make this situation more difficult by draining you of time and energy, and in certain cases, it may even be an indicator of mental health condition. If you've ever found yourself second-guessing your decisions, obsessing over worst-case scenarios, or meditating on all the things you could have done differently, it is you. What exactly is overthinking? Overthinking, sometimes called rumination, is the process of repetitive negative thinking. While repeated and even prolonged thoughts about yourself and the circumstances of life are common, overthinking is different. You might find yourself unable to stop replaying upsetting thoughts about your past or future. Sometimes rumination can become so overwhelmed you can't concentrate on anything else. Perhaps you can't stop fixating on all the things that could go wrong at a dinner party you're hosting, or you can't seem to stop worrying about an upcoming appointment. If these thoughts begin to disrupt your life, you may be overthinking. What are the signs of overthinking? Difficulty concentrating, fixation on worst-case scenarios, focusing on negative thoughts, thinking intrusive thoughts, missing deadlines, needing reassurance from others, second-guessing yourself, struggling to make decisions. Is this a mental health illness? Overthinking itself is not a mental health condition, but a response to negative emotions. What causes overthinking? One thing can make people more likely to engage in a habit of overthinking is experiencing stress. Some theories suggest that when you go through stressful events in life, we might end up ruminating not only about those specific events, but also about various aspects of our lives. In other words, stress can trigger rumination about different things that bothers us. Stop overthinking. There is no single method to stop overthinking. If you want to take control of your thinking patterns, get started with some of these tips. First, break your routines. If you're in a habit of ruminating, one way to stop overthinking is to replace it with a new, healthier habit. You can start by becoming more aware of how overthinking pops up in a daily life. Maybe it starts when you get overwhelmed after seeing a particular family member or before your weekly meeting with your boss. Plan a new routine for the next time you encounter whatever is triggering the spiraling thoughts. Maybe you go for a run after seeing your family member, or make an itemized agenda for the meeting with your boss. Second is experiment with reframing. This technique involves practicing a shift in a perspective when it comes to negative thoughts. It's about looking at those thoughts from different angles through a more positive lens. You can start by identifying patterns of overthinking and the underlying beliefs driving the overthinking. Next, question these beliefs by asking yourself if they're true and think about how ways to understand them. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness has been shown to be a useful strategy in combating overthinking. When you get stuck thinking about one thing, acknowledge your thoughts and feelings without judging yourself. Just observe them as passing mental events. Then focus on deep breathing to anchor yourself in the present moment. With consistent practice, mindfulness can help develop greater awareness of your thought patterns. You'll become less reactive to them, which can help you manage overthinking. Start therapy. Psychotherapy or talk therapy can provide you with a safe place to voice your thoughts and explore why you are overthinking. When you work with a therapist, they can help you understand what makes you overthink and address the root cause. Therapy can also teach you new communication skills, which can help with the loneliness and insecurity that often accompany overthinking. With time, these skills will help you build better relationships and make handling tough situations easier. With this knowledge, I hope it helps everybody, and I will try to gather more information with regards to this topic. Have a great day, everybody. God bless. Tiny here.